Thanks for taking the time to take a quick look at easy access to Teamcenter and cross-domain change. Teamcenter has many capabilities for engineering change management. In this scenario, you're going to see how mechanical and electrical engineers can collaborate on a change using Teamcenter. You'll see over the next 4 to 5 minutes how easy it is to access Teamcenter from right inside your MCAD and ECAD tools, to support your various change processes, to easily gain a clear understanding of all the data impacted by a change across multiple domains, and to have complete traceability of your change data for audit and tracking purposes. Let's take a look.
So once again, you're a PADS designer. You have direct access to Teamcenter. So right from inside PADS, you can access Teamcenter. And Teamcenter users have an inbox, which is where they get various tasks that are assigned to them. So you'll be notified that you have this task that you need to come through and perform. And attached to the task will be a change. And you can see on there's a very nice markup that gives you a graphical representation of exactly what it is that you need to do. And so when you look at this change, you have a nice markup that indicates, looks like you have to move a chip around 10 mils in one direction and 15 mils in another direction. It's also a heat sink that needs to be replaced. It sounds like a mechanical change. So it looks like there's a multi-domain change going on here. All right, well, with this change, you have everything that you need to come through and understand exactly what's going on with it. So many customers go through a change request process and a change notice, a request of here's what we want to do, and here's some estimates. So you can collect that information inside Teamcenter. And then change notices, well, here's what we did. Here's the change that we need to go through and execute upon. We've already agreed to what we're going to do. Let's go do it. So you can collect all that information in Teamcenter to give a user an understanding why you're doing that. That's also beneficial for reports. So now you can run reports and see what kind of changes you've had over the last year or changes against a particular board or a particular program. And then on the change itself, we use these different sections to collect information about the change. So what data is involved in this change? So there's what data is going to be obsoleted, what data has been revised, any type of supporting information. So down in the reference section, we have the hand drill, you have the board. The obsolete parts, we're going to obsolete one of the components in there. So we have all the information that helps document exactly what takes place or is going to take place with this particular change. And so as the PADS designer, you have easy access to that particular project that you can directly open up inside PADS. At this point, you would make your necessary changes, which we're not going to bore people with this video to show making a bunch of changes. Everybody knows how to work PADS and know how to make those changes. So the important thing is we bring all the information to you inside Teamcenter. You can open up inside PADS, perform the necessary changes, and then come back in and let everybody know, hey, I just completed these changes, time for review. So once those changes are made, save back into Teamcenter, come in, sign off on that change, letting everybody know you're done. Well, now that change was a multi-domain change. So what about our other users? So we don't have to worry about, well, we have one change that does this domain, and then, well, somebody's got to go tell the mechanical people we have a change as well. Since we're using Teamcenter, single PDM, we can have a single common change process across multiple domains. So now our mechanical designer, in this case using an X, could be any CAD system, same thing. They'll get notified that they have a change to perform. And when they come through and open up the change, since it's the same exact change, they get the same exact info. Here's the markup that shows what we need to come through and change. You saw how we could capture the change request. It gives you an understanding of how do we get here. The change notice information, what are we going to do about it? And the engineering order, here's all the data that's involved in the change. So it's a huge benefit to streamline that change process to get everybody involved, have a very simple way to come through and communicate all the data that's involved in the change. And it stays linked. So at any point in time in the future, if you come across a component, you can understand what changes it's been involved in and open up that change and understand who was involved in it, what did we do, what was the information that we captured along the way. Well, in this example, same thing. An actual user would go through and perform their change, replace the heat sink with the other heat sink, come through and document the change that they did to let everybody know, and come through and sign off on it and leave some comments letting everybody know, I just made the change.
Thanks again for watching Easy Access to Teamcenter and Cross-Domain Change. You saw how easy it is to access Teamcenter from right inside your MCAD and ECAD tools, how Teamcenter is flexible to support your change processes, how you are easily able to understand the data impacted by the change, and how Teamcenter provides traceability for your changes. See more at siemens.com/impact of PLM.